Well, how you feeling? You got John Riggs here. I love me some video game books, and this is a classic here. Qbert's Quasi Questions, a riddle book to make you laugh from Parker Brothers. We will just see about that. This is an older book here. I picked this up at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo. My buddy Terry had this on his table. I don't remember how much I bought it for. It was like $5 or something like that. But this book could be the end-all, be-all books of books here. Where did Qbert see a man eating fish? Why did Sam cut a hole in his umbrella? This is from ages 5 to 10. I have a feeling that there are just going to be some lame, corny jokes. However, it happens to have the Qbert theme. It happens to have, the license for Qbert. Just to throw something else in there. It was like, oh, here's a joke book appealing to the video game fans. It's not going to be about video games by any means, but well, let's go through this together. It's one of those like thick cardstock books. So Qbert, very not profitable. That's not the right word. Although I guess you could call it that. But Qbert was marketable, is what I'm saying. I mean, there was Pac-Man, there was Donkey Kong, but I remember Qbert. I remember frisbees that were kind of like the Qbert, discs and all that. So let's go there. Let's do this here. This is from 1983. The crash of the video games. This may have been what caused it. From Gottlieb, Parker Brothers. It's endorsed. It's licensed. This is the real article here. Why does a vampire wear his pajamas? I'm not even reading it correctly. What does a vampire wear over his pajamas? A bathrobe. What kind of truck did Sam call for when he dropped a brick on his foot? A tow truck. A tow truck. Oh, we got more. Oh, we got a whole lot more. Stay tuned. What does a witch ride when she's in a hurry? A broomstick. A broomstick, kind sir. What's 102 stories high, wears a black cape, and has very sharp teeth? Well, of course, it's the Vampire State Building. All right. What do tarantulas drink? Apple spider. Apple spider, I said. Apple spider. That's what tarantulas drink. Next Halloween, for yourself some apple spider. What's the best present for a deaf goldfish? A hearing aid. A hearing aid? Are you laughing yet? The video game crash happened in 1983, the year this book was released. Let me just want to point that out for the record. What's the last thing Qbert does before he goes to sleep? Closes his eyes with a Q. How would you know that? Closes his eyes. All right. To what question can Slick never say yes? The answer is, are you asleep? Can't say yes, he would be sleeping. Can't say yes. Why did Sam take a ruler to bed? Well, he wanted to see how long he slept, you see. Someone's wearing green shoes. Can't tell if it's Slick or the other guy. Here's their home, by the way. If you were curious about where Qbert lives, notice the checkerboard pattern on his blanket there, and the fact that he's sleeping with those two other buddies, and he's wearing a night hat. Old school pillows, too. The striped pillows with a pillowcase. Very nice. He lives on... There's a star and a rock. All right. Getting some Z's. What has 1,000 legs and no feet? 500 pairs of pants. What are King Kong's favorite cookies? Chocolate chimps, he said. Chocolate chimps is the answer to what are King Kong's favorite cookies. I thought this could have been Donkey Kong for a second. It couldn't be, because that would be a Nintendo license. This is Gottlieb. You could ask what are Donkey Kong's favorite cookies, and maybe chocolate chimps would work too. I'm in no way endorsing or sponsoring this book. I just want to let you know. What's the first thing that Qbert does when he jumps in a lake? He gets wet. Where is a sneeze usually pointed? Well, when you sneeze, it's usually pointed at you, I mean, out of all the places it could be, why wouldn't it be pointed at you? You know what I mean? We're not even halfway done, by the way. Why should you never punish a cat? Because it's already perfect. Can you roll your R's like that? How is a cat on a beach like Christmas? They both have sandy claws. They both have sandy claws. Where'd the cat come from? In what Qbert game is there a cat? All right. What do you get when you cross a kitten with a pickle? A sourpuss. All right. Why is Slick? This is Slick, by the way, with glasses. Why is Slick trying to get a suntan like a small bucket? Or why is Slick trying to get a suntan like a small bucket? They're both a little pale. It's green. All right. What's a cat's favorite dessert? Mice pudding. Oh, because it's like rice pudding. I was like, oh my god. Mice pudding. Cat's favorite dessert. What side of a... It didn't have to be... That whole book didn't have to be Qbert. All right. What side of a grizzly bear has the most fur? The outside, naturally. Well, we don't know that. But I'm pretty sure the answer is the outside. How much fur can you get from a skunk? Well, as fur as possible. As fur as possible. That's how far you want to get from a skunk. Coily is the snake, obviously. When is Coily not a snake? When he's a little cross. Cross means you're mad. Cross is not quite a word that people use anymore. I think that probably ended in the early 80s. Why wouldn't Coily use toothpaste? Because his teeth weren't loose, naturally, because you'd use paste like a glue, right? Toothpaste would... All right. A couple of fangs there on Coily. I always liked Coily. Coily was a good villain. Not Pac-Man, by the way. What kind of a dot can dance? A polka dot. Makes sense. Who's bigger? Mr. Bigger or Mr. Bigger's baby? Well, Mr. Bigger's baby, he's a little bigger. You know, because he's in size, so that makes him a little bigger. All right. Out of all the jokes in this book, that's the one that get me a laugh. All right. What's the worst season of the year for tightrope walkers? The fall. You get it? Because they're gonna fall. What kind of a clock with a Q? Or whatever. What kind of a clock sounds like a bird? A QQ clock. What? Oh, weed's illegal, you know, in the Washington State now. No, not, and in Illinois too. Congrats. What happens when a giant walks through your garden? All your vegetables turn to squash. Well, all right, I like that. What do you call a very, very young robin? Well, an egg, naturally, if they're super young. What bird is always sad? A blue jay. Oh, a blue jay. If you're feeling blue. Do people still use that term? Feel blue when you're just feeling sad? I think they might, at least in songs. If Wrong Way. If Wrong Way and Ugg share 8 pieces of pie and Wrong Way only eats 1 piece of pie, what does Ugg get? Well, a stomachache, naturally. Eat that much pie. What kind of pie does Qbert think looks the best? A QT pie. You get it, a cutie pie, because you're a cutie. How do you make a banana shake? Take it to a scary movie. All right. How long is a shoe? I ponder. How long is a shoe? Says Qbert. How long is a shoe? A foot long. A foot long. We're about at the halfway point of this book, I believe. And I thank you for holding out this long. Here we go. We're done. We're not going to have an intermission or anything. We're just going to keep going. Where does a dog keep its car? Well, in a barking lot, naturally. What kind of a dog can tell time? A watchdog. Good one. What does Ugg... This is Ugg, by the way, the pig. The pig is Ugg, and the other guy is Wrong Way. They travel through the other side of the board of the playing field. That's kind of cool. What does Ugg say when he hears his stomach rumble? Oh, I think I have a stomach quake. A stomach quake. Instead of a stomach ache, it's a stomach quake. I'm going to use that. If it takes 10 minutes to cook one lamb chop for Ugg, how long does it take to cook 2 lamb chops? 10 minutes. You just put them in the same... that's not always true, I suppose, but... His nose looks like a heart. He's a carnivore, we found out, by eating lamb chops. Well, I guess we don't know if he's eating them. He might be preparing them for someone else. What kind of a train has a head cold? A choo-choo train. A choo train is the train that has a head cold. What are the Quispius and Quinchy and sail the blue ocean? What are Quispy and Quunchy and sail the blue ocean? Potato ships. Potato ships. All right. Where did Qbert see a man eating fish? Now, this was in the back of the book, you'll remember. A restaurant. All right. Why did Sam cut a hole in his umbrella so he could see when it stopped raining? Well, that makes sense. This is Sam, by the way. You get him, and then everything freezes, and you can do cool stuff. How does Qbert look at Ugg's teeth? Very carefully. When is the worst time to build a snowman in the summertime? Why did Slick... Oh, here's Slick again. I like Slick. Why did Slick go out with the pineapple? Well, because he couldn't get a date. You see, a date is also a type of fruit. You might know dates from... not really using much things anymore. Maybe in some places in the country. Oh boy, here we go. Here comes the bonus round. What letter of the alphabet is the opposite of me? It's you. You are the opposite of me. What's the most dangerous letter in the alphabet? The killer bee. Oh my goodness. It's getting scary now. Killer bee. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Why is this alphabet like Christmas? Because there's no L in it. Ha! There's no L. You see, no L in Christmas. There's no L in that. Besides Z, what's the only letter you can't find on a telephone dial? It's Q. Is that true? I guess it would be. I don't know. We don't have telephone dials anymore. What letter of the alphabet is a question? Why? Why is a question? Oh, wrong way is the dunce. I don't like that. This never happened in my school. Maybe it happened in others. I don't remember. But there was never the dunce cap. Could you imagine them doing that now in school? All this, no child left behind. Everyone do their very best. Participation awards on that. Can you imagine the parents' reaction when they found out their kid was sitting in a corner wearing a dunce cap because they couldn't solve a problem or do the equation or something like that? Good Lord. Different times. What do you call a carpenter who can't find his tools? A saw loser. What carries 2,000 pounds of trash, has 4 wheels, and says quack? A garbage duck. The garbage duck is exactly what you're looking for. What does Qbert say when he bumps into Sam? Well, excuse me. The letter X and then Q's me. What does Qbert say when he gives someone a present? Thank you. T-H-A-N. Thank you. We're almost done here. How do you make a hot dog roll? Tilt your plate. Naturally. What's the difference between a nickel and a penny? Well, it'd be 4 cents is the difference between a nickel and a penny. 4 cents is the difference. What month has 28 days? I wonder if you can answer this. What month has 28 days? The answer is, well, all of them, naturally. How many mice can Qbert put in an empty cage? Only one, and then the cage isn't empty anymore, is it? Well, that makes sense. Gotta use your thinker on that one. And with that, I hope you learned something valuable in Qbert's Quasi Questions a riddle book to make you laugh. Got a couple of laughs out of me, and maybe you got a couple of laughs out of you too. I sure hope it did. I thank you for watching, and appreciate your time and attention. You are fantastic. Nobody can tell you otherwise. You can do anything you want. Just put your mind to it.